Yo,
souls
Jared
run
James 4 here,
scared
guys,
in the
bringing
night,
you
and sweet
Henrietta's booty.
Henrietta is hungry. Bring
Oh
me to
yeah.
them,
No,
and
but
I
seriously,
will do the
I'm just bringing you
rest.
some Warlord builds, some variants you could try out. My man Pickle made a video showing one of the best variants, which is just this. I changed things up a bit. Uh, I like to have these just so I can spam a little more. I know it's not, like, people say, just go pick up an extra energy orb, because, like, it's only saving you, let's say everything's tier 5. This one saves you 12, this one saves you 14, this one saves you 12. So, like, you could just go pick up an extra orb, but the reason I like it is, let's say you're placing 2 basic portals, now you're saving 24. And if you want to place 2 basics with a boss, you won't have to wait as long to get the boss out. Maybe if you even just put 1 point into Infernal Energy, then you could have the energy capacity to put 2 basics with the boss. And the reason I like this is because, just so I can create a little chaos. Like, if you can get a proxy portal out ahead of time enough so that your portals come back, and you have 2, when they hit the proxy, you could drop 2 of these and the boss, and then you got 3 basic portals plus a boss running around. And then, like, on objectives, what'll tend to happen is, like, let's say you want to do that, but you don't have this stuff, you're gonna have to wait. After placing the second basic portal, you're gonna have to wait for your Infernal Energy to come back up, so you can place the boss. The issue is if you do that against, like, a SWAT team, most of your AI will die before you even get the boss out, and then your army is not going to be there to support your boss. And the boss is, at least on objectives, it's really only good with an army. Like, if you just put a boss by itself and everyone's smart, they're just going to dodge away while the hunters shoot it. But that's the reason why I like this, just to be able to spam a little bit more, try to create a little more pressure. Um, Another way you could do it is max out the puke, maybe leave one there with the puke damage. Another way is you could go into Gates of Hell boss. This will give you 2 Henriettas on the book, but you have to use your first Henrietta right as they start the book. And then, like, if she lives for like 30 seconds, obviously you're not going to get a second one, and obviously it's not going to matter. If she lives for 30 seconds at the book, you basically already won the game. Um, the only thing is, like, I've been testing in quick match. It's hard to test out the builds because it's not a good representation of how that build will perform against a team. So I like to go into private games and then try a bunch of different builds out, like slightly different variants, to see how it'll perform against the SWAT team. I've never really had this clutch me a match, but it has been close. There was twice where it would have clutched me the match, but they either killed my Henrietta before I could hit it one more time. That's what happened once. Like, the book was one tap, I just had to hit it once more. But they killed her as the swing was going down, and it was like the last second of the game, so they end up winning. And then there was another one I could have won, but I missed the book. I know a lot of demons complain about, like, oh, the auto-tracking, oh, the auto-tracking. You can control it to a point. Yeah, the auto-tracking is a little annoying. But for the most part, if you're missing the book, it's your own fault. So yeah. Let me take it out, bro. Another way you could go is, like, no health on any of this. Probably would be something like that. I think that's pretty much. There's some other ways you could go. You could put 1 into hemophobia and 1 into high blood pressure if you like your elites and you want to fear them up. This will help you get levels early on as long as they are fighting your elites. Like, the top SWATs kind of know especially if they see when they're getting hit by the blood splatter that their fear is just skyrocketing. They're gonna try to just dodge the elites and shoot them rather than getting their fear up. But if you get this to work with the blood splatter, and maybe you go into like tier 3 traps to get more elites, they should get feared up a lot, and you should get a lot of levels just from them, just from getting the possession points. You don't even necessarily have to do anything with the possessions. You just hop in and hop out, and that's going to give you 300 threat level points, which is like, it's like trapping 3 supply crates. So it's a pretty big amount. Another way you could go is to go into the Relentless Evil. You could just max out basics. But that's kind of it for Warlord builds. There's definitely a lot of other things you could do, just those aren't going to be as optimal. Alright guys, have a good day.